Last week we told you after more than 100 years in business, Rubin's in Elmira will be closing its doors. WENY's Samantha Potter spoke with the owner today about the shop's history and his decision to close. Samantha?
Yeah, Renata, while Rubin's may look like your typical newsstand from the outside, once you go inside, you'll get a glimpse of its history and see what a staple it's been to the city of Elmira. Opened in 1909, Rubin's newsstand was where you went to get your newspapers, stationery, postcards, and more. And most of that historic memorabilia remains above the shop on the second, third, and fourth floors. All historic loft space with its original brick walls, high ceilings, and exposed beams. Each level filled with hidden treasures from the past. Old clocks, furniture, stationery, and one of the most valuable, an early 1900s Brunswick pool table.
Could have been played on by Mark Twain in his ending years in Elmira.
Before the building was Rubin, current owner Jeffrey Rubin explains it was a movie theater called The Grand, which he has the original sign that hung out front. Now, after more than 100 years in business, the sign that hangs out front reads, "Store Closing."
At one point, we were surrounded, and Elmira in this area was almost completely retail. Now there's not really hardly anybody left.
Rubin explains his grandfather, Harry Rubin, and his brother, Isaac, started the wholesale news distribution business in the basement of the retail store. The wholesale enterprise eventually became a Southern Tier News Company in Elmira Heights, which is still operated by Rubin's. Rubin explains there's not one specific reason for closing, but says the complexion of the area has changed into more commercial properties than retail.
It's sad because a lot of people come up to me and said, well, if you're closed, where am I going to go to be able to get this newspaper? Where am I going to go to be able to get this cigar? And I feel sad to disappoint them, but the time has come.
And Rubin's will be officially closed by the end of this year. Jeff says he's planning on selling most of the antiques, and he will either sell or lease the property depending on what offers he gets. But for now, reporting in the studio, Samantha Potter, WENY News.